We welcome you back to the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex for Game 2 of this doubleheader between Carson-Newman and UNC Pembroke. The Braves victorious in Game number 1 in what on paper, by the final score, looked like a pitcher's duel, but in practice was far more about who could keep the other team out of issues with base runners, and both teams did that fairly well, but Pembroke got 2 solo bombs from M.J. Wilkes, an RBI ground out from Macaulay Bailey. Not enough to counter for Carson-Newman, and the Eagles fall in game number 1 by a final score of 2-1. So the Eagles trying to salvage a split here at the Vic, and they'll turn to Sierra Rogers in the circle for the nightcap, which gets underway at 1:32 p.m. Rogers is 0-3 this season with a 7.84 ERA, and the first pitch is hit on the ground to third. Matazowski fields cleanly and throws out Brewer at first, 5-3, and it's 1 up, 1 down to start off this contest. So a 5-3 putout opens the game and brings up the left fielder, Caitlin King, who doubled in the last game, and she takes a strike at the belt. And it's 0-1 to begin the at-bat. The pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty, and a scoreless top of the first inning. Rogers pitches, King swings, line drive past a diving Elena Smith at second. It rolls into right center field for a 1-out base hit. Carson-Newman defensively, you've got Rogers in the circle, Kennedy Warder behind the plate. Eagles shuffle some things on the right side of the infield. Still Matazowski and Dye third and short, but Elena Smith starts at second, her first career start in the field. And Winter Morris plays first. Outfield, Trinity Brooks in left, Martin in center, and Macy Hughes in right. Rogers pitches to Wilkes, who squares to bunt. Warder throws to second. Dye swipes the tag, but not in time. And King successfully steals her 7th base of the season. Pitch was a ball to Wilkes. King swipes second. And it's 1-0. Wilkes homered twice in game number 1. Rogers pitches a changeup. Wilkes is way out in front, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out on the board. Rogers sights the sign. Here's the 1-1. Low and away for a ball, 2-1. Sierra Rogers, 0-3 with a 7.84 ERA, 25 strikeouts in 20 2/3 innings of work. Opponents are hitting .352 off of her. The 2-1. Tipped foul to the backstop, 2-2 to Wilkes. Rogers throughout her career has been overpowering when she's been on. The question has been, is she keeping her walk count low? She is probably going to be a good day. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. The pitch downstairs. Rogers fools Wilkes, and she strikes out swinging. 2 away. Brings up the second baseman, Sibbett. Sibbett, 408 hitter this season. She was 3 for 3 in game 1. And she takes down and in for a ball, 1-0. Pembroke with 8 hits in the opening game of this doubleheader, but outside of Wilkes' 2 big blasts, they really weren't damaging. The 1-0 is a changeup, bounce to third. Matazowski fields, throw to first is in time to end the inning. Pair of 5-3 putouts for Book Matazowski at third base. Sierra Rogers works around a 1-out single to King. And the Eagles strand a brave base runner in the top of the first. Carson-Newman sends Martin Hughes and Bailey to the plate when we return after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
UNCP has handed the ball to Kinsley Shepard in the circle. Shepard is 3-4 with a 4.30 ERA. And she goes to work firing down and in to Abby Martin to start her appearance with a 1-0 count and ball 1. Abby Martin was 0 for 3 with a run scored in game 1 today. The pitch. Martin takes a strike at the belt, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to the leadoff hitting Abby Martin on base 58% of the time that she hits leadoff. The pitch. Martin swings, bounces it back up the middle. A seeing eye single to lead things off for Abby Martin. That ball had eyes squirting to the right of Shepard and between Deese and Sibbert at short and second. And Carson-Newman gets its leadoff batter aboard for Macy Hughes to work with. Hughes 0 for 3 in game 1 with a strikeout. Shepard deals. Hughes squares to bunt and shoots it foul back and out of play. 0-1. UNCP defensively. One change in the outfield. Kinley Brewer is playing in right. She was the DP in game 1. MJ Wilkes stays in center and Caitlin King stays in left. Shepard the 0-1. Hughes takes outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Infield, Eckert and Deese still on the left side at third and short. Sibbert stays at second, as does Charlotte Rose, and Locklear's catching. The pitch bounces in the turf for a ball, 2-1. Martin started to lean off of first, determining whether or not Locklear had decent control, which she did. Two and one, the pitch. And that hits Hughes on her front leading left knee. And the Eagles have the first 2 batters reach here in the bottom of the first of a scoreless contest. Martin and Hughes on base for Macaulay Bailey. Bailey had the lone RBI of game number 1 for the Eagles on an RBI groundout. Eagles looking for their first hit of this doubleheader with a runner in scoring position. And the first pitch is in there for a strike to Bailey. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Shepard pitches. It's a changeup. Bailey swings and tips it foul. 0-2. Bailey was way out in front, and then she defensively adjusted to just get a piece and bounce it off of home plate. 0-2. Shepard deals. Another changeup. Bailey will bounce it foul, or bounce it to third. Throw to first is high to Rose. Scoring is Martin as Hughes moves to third. Bailey reaches on a throwing error, and the Eagles have the lead. It's 1-0. Runners on the corners and nobody out. After the E5. Routine ground ball to third as Trinity Brooks will replace Bailey at first base. One nothing Eagles. And looking for more. So Brooks and Hughes on the corners with nobody out. The pitch. Dye squares to bunt. Throw down to second is cut off by the second baseman, Sibbert. Brooks will swipe second easily as Pembroke guards against the steal of home by Hughes. So there's 2 in scoring position now for Carson-Newman with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first. The pitch. Taken for a strike to Dye. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. 2 in scoring position for the Eagles. Check of the wrist protector. Here's the 1-1. Dye pops it up. Foul ground first base side. Rose watches it get out of play. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Eagles have scored first on a throwing error. The pitch. Check swing and a pitch up. It's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. The pitch. Dye bounces foul off of third. 2-2. Do it again. One nothing Eagles leading bottom first. A run in thanks to an error. Shepard's 2-2. High and outside for ball 3. First base empty with Hughes and Brooks on third and second respectively. Shepard deals. Dye scoots it foul back and out of play. Do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 3-2. Way upstairs, ball 4. An eagle on every bag. And nobody out here in the bottom of the first. And the umpires, Don Spencer and James Zirkle, will come together to chat some things over. One nothing Eagles and looking for more with Brooke Matazowski to the plate. First pitch to Matazowski is popped foul, backing out of play, 0-1. Eagles looking to do some damage here in the bottom of the first. The pitch. Matazowski pops it up, foul ground first base side. This is into Carson-Newman's dugout, and it's 0-2. An Eagle on every base. Here's the 0-2. Matazowski looks at it outside for a ball, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Eagles with them loaded. Shepard pitches, and Matazowski files it back and out of play. It's 1-2. Shepard. Sighting her sign from Locklear and pitching. Misses down for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carson-Newman with a run and a hit in the inning. They've scored on a Pembroke error. The pitch. Matazowski will sky it into the air. Infield fly has been called. And so Matazowski's retired on the putout by Deese at short. So Matazowski pops out on the infield fly. Bases are loaded still for Sierra Rogers, who would have tried to help out her own cause in the circle. An Eagle on every base for Sierra Rogers. Shepard sights the sign and pitches. And Rogers takes down and in for a ball, 1-0. Stressful inning for Shepard. 25 pitches, 14 for strikes. And the Eagles have them loaded up with 1 out. 1-0. Rogers swings and lines it foul off of third, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 run across in the inning for the Eagles. As Macaulay Bailey reached on an error and allowed Abby Martin to score after she singled up the middle to lead off the game. Here's the 1-1. Taken on the outside edge for a strike by Rogers. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Eagles still 0 for 12 for the twin bill with runners in scoring position. Looking for a big brace here with 1 out. The pitch. Rogers will lift it in the air, shallow right center field. Bit of a run for Wilkes, who gets under it, throws a dart to the plate to keep Hughes at third. And there's 2 away. Firm work for MJ Wilkes in center to 1, retire Rogers, and then prevent Macy Hughes from tagging up. 2 out, bases loaded for Kennedy Warder. Eagles loaded them up without an out. And it would be a win for Shepard if she can limit the damage to just 1. First pitch to Warder's low for a ball, 1-0. Warder had one of the 2 hits for Carson-Newman in game number 1. Also had a screaming line drive opposite field to right that was grabbed. This pitch is on the outside edge for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1-0 Eagles. Bottom of the first. Anything else that would score this inning would be unearned if Carson-Newman can make Pembroke pay for the miscue. Pitch outside to Warder. It's 2-1. 31 pitch first inning for Kinsley Shepard. She has had to battle. Has worked in front of the last 2 batters and gotten them. Here's the 2-1. Down and in. Now she falls behind 3-1 to Warder. Should say she worked to 2 strike counts on Matazowski and Rogers. Now in danger of walking in a second run this inning with Macy Hughes on third base. Check of the wrist and the pitch. And this is fouled into UNCP's bullpen on the left field line. 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1-0. Carson-Newman leads. Bottom of the first inning. Shepard pitches. Popped into the air. Right field line. In foul ground. The second baseman sibbered over. And she grabs it to put away Warder. So the Eagles load them up without an out, but can only get 1 across. A run scores on an error in the inning, and Carson-Newman has a 1-0 lead after 1. Pembroke with Deese, Locklear, and Eckert to the plate when we come back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
1-0. Carson-Newman leads after an inning over UNC Pembroke, but the Eagles probably thinking, oh, what more could have been, as Carson-Newman loaded the bases without an out, but could only get 1 across, and now Deese leads off the road half of the second, taking inside for a ball from Sierra Rogers. It's 1-0. Carson-Newman scored its run in the bottom of the first on an error. 1-0. Swing, a line drive down the left field line. Foul off the batting cages. And it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Deese. Rogers back aboard the slab and working. Change up, swing and a miss. Deese way out in front. And it's 1-2. The pitch. Down and away for a ball, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Deese, who's batting $186. The pitch. Didn't miss by much, and that loads the count at 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jay Deese. Deese 0 for 2 in game 1. Rogers pitches. Downstairs for ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Jay Deese. It brings up the catcher, Locklear. Then broke down 1-0 in the top of the second inning. Locklear hitting .224 this season, 0 for 2 in game 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Braves trail 1-0 here in the top of the second. Rogers rocks and fires in the turf for a ball, 1-0. ball, no strikes, the pitch. Rogers, a changeup, darts low. Locklear checked her swing, appeal into the field. James Zirkle says she kept the bat on the shoulder, and it's 2-0. Lead-off walk for Deese. A 1-0 lead for the Eagles here in the top of the second. Rogers, 2-0 offering. Fastball finds the plate for a strike, 2-1. The pitch. Number foul off of third, 2-2. The 2-2. Earns the turf for a ball. That loads the count at 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out for the Braves in the top of the second inning. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand here at the Vic. Max Bryant, our camera operator today. Rogers, payoff pitch to the plate. Swing and a bouncer foul off of third. Do it over it. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Rogers working deliberately. Payoff pitch coming. Swung on, laced foul off the hillside adjacent Davis Street. Do it over at 3-2. Count stays full for the 8th pitch of this at-bat. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a tapper foul off the plate. Locklear stays alive. Three and 2. Rogers pitches. Locklear swings, line drive, left field, base hit. Brooks fields it cleanly off the hop. Braves go station to station, and the first 2 have reached for UNCP here in the top of the second. Eagles leading 1-0, but the Braves threatening after a walk and a base hit through the left side by Locklear. A 9-pitch at bat. Locklear wins it, and it brings up Emma Eckhart. 0 for 3 in game 1 was Eckhart with a strikeout. She takes the first pitch change for a ball, 1-0. Pitch was a tad low. Over at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, Carson-Newman Baseball has a 3-1 lead over Tusculum in the bottom of the 7th. All runs in that one scored in the 3rd inning. A 1-0. Misses low for a ball. 2-0 to Eckhart. Carson-Newman women's basketball just about set to get underway against Mars Hill over at Holt Fieldhouse. And here at the Vic, Carson-Newman softball, a 1-0 lead on UNCP in the top of the second. But the Braves threatening. A leadoff walk for Deese. A base hit through the left side for Locklear. The 2-0. Stays up. 3-0 to Eckhart. 3 balls and no strikes to Eckhart. Rogers unfurls the 3-0. Finds the zone at the knees, 3-1. 30 pitches for Sierra Rogers, 16 for strikes. Pembroke with 2 on board. And nobody out in the top of the second. Rogers, here's the 3-1. Downstairs for ball 4. UNCP has loaded the bases without an out. And there's a Brave on every bag for the designated player, Bullard. Winning pitcher from game 1. She gets the start in the lineup here in the nightcap. .259 hitter this season with 3 runs batted in. Stays even with the dish as Rogers toes the slab in a spot of bother. Rogers pitches down and into Bullard for a ball, 1-0. Deese on third, Locklear on second, Eckhart on first. Bases loaded with nobody out for the Braves in the top of the second inning. Rogers back aboard the rubber. Wheels and deals. A strike at the belt on the inner half. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bullard. Outfield straight away for the Eagles. With the bases loaded. Rogers. Oxen fires the 1-1. Popped into the air, first base side. Morris gives it a look, but it's foul and on top of the press box, 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, a strikeout here for Rogers would be absolutely massive. A walk, a base hit through the left side, and a walk have loaded things up for the Braves in the top of the second. The 1-2, down and away for ball 2. Teams are still a combined 0 of 23 with runners in scoring position today. The 2-2, swinging a bouncing ball, gloved by Dye, underhand toss to second to Smith. That gets Eckhart. Bullard reaches on a fielder's choice. Deese scores, and it is a tie game, 1-1 on the RBI fielder's choice. Locklear to third, Eckhart at first with an RBI to her name. Runners on the corners, 1 out in a 1-1 ball game now. First baseman Rose will try to keep the line moving for UNC Pembroke. She takes the first pitch upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Rose batting $148. Rogers pitches upstairs for a ball, 2-0. Rogers pitches. Finds the edge of the plate for a strike at the belt, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Locklear and Bullard on the corners for the Braves. An RBI fielder's choice has tied this one up. Braves had the bases loaded with nobody out. Eagles would love to limit the damage to a single run. Rogers pitches. Taken for a called second strike on the inner half, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes with an out. Rose trying to drive in her 3rd run of the season. Here's the 2-2. Called, 3rd strike, inner black. Rose takes a seat looking. Sierra Rogers logs her 27th K of the season, and a big-time second out means Pembroke can't take the lead on an out. So the lineup turns back to the top of the order for Brewer. Grounded out to third on the first pitch of the game. The lefty takes low for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. 1-1 ball game. Top second. Eagles scored on an error in the first. Pembroke counters on an RBI fielder's choice in the second. Rogers pitches. Upstairs to Brewer, 2-0. Carson-Newman women's basketball out to a 6-5 lead on Mars Hill with 6:52 to play in the first quarter over at Holt Fieldhouse. Here's the 2-0. Take it inside for a ball, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Second base is open if Rogers were to lose Brewer. 44 pitches now for Sierra Rogers, 22 for strikes. She toes the rubber. Here's the 3-0. Brewer takes a called strike at the belt. She started to toss her bat back to the third base dugout before Don Spencer called for strike 1. 3-1. Rogers wheels and deals. 3-1 off the plate for ball 4. Third free pass this inning for Sierra Rogers, and the bases are loaded once more for the left fielder King. Well, on paper, that's not the worst thing in the world. King's hitting a .03 this season, if you're thinking of it from a strategic standpoint. But King does have a base hit to right her last time up. First pitch to King, swung on, bounced back to the circle. Rogers fields it on the hop and throws to first in plenty of time to put away King. Braves leave them loaded, and much like Carson-Newman, had the bases loaded with nobody out and could only scrape across 1, but they tie it. It's a 1-1 ball game as we head to the bottom of the second inning. 8-9-1, Morris, Smith, and Martin to the plate for the Eagles. We return after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
1-1 ball game as we come to the bottom of the second inning. Winner Morris, Elena Smith, and Abby Martin trying to ignite Carson-Newman's offense against UNC Pembroke starter Kinsley Shepard, who pitches for a strike at the knees to Morris. 0-1. Morris hitting .250 this season. The pitch off the plate away for a ball, 1-1. We're starting to find her way in her freshman campaign for the Orange and Blue. Pitch hit foul to the backstop, 1-2. Finds herself riding her first multi-game hit streak. Has been the Game 2 starter, either at first or as the designated player for the Eagles' last 4 doubleheaders now. Drove in 2 against Concord last Sunday, the 1-2. Change up stays high for a ball, 2-2. The pitch. Morris takes low for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The leadoff batter, Morris. Payoff pitch forthcoming. Shepard deals. Morris swings, lifts it down the right field line. Brewer drifting toward the line, and she's under it to retire Morris on a routine fly ball. 1 up, 1 down for the second baseman, Elena Smith. Smith, her second career start, first career start in the field, is 1 for 3 this season. And a pinch hit 2 RBI single in her last at-bat. She takes a big cut at this first pitch, and it's 0-1 to her. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty for the Eagles. A 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the second. Here's the 0-1. Smith pops it in the air. This one will not leave the infield. The first baseman, Rose, comes a third of the way down the line and makes the grab to put away Smith. Quickly, 2 up and 2 down for the lineup to turn back to the top of the order for Abby Martin. Martin hit a seeing-eye single back up the middle to lead off the game and would score when Macaulay Bailey reached on an error. She checks her swing at a pitch upstairs to begin this at-bat, and it's 1-0. Inslee Shepard, an inning and 2/3 of work, has given up a hit, a run, a walk, and worked herself out of a bases-loaded jam back in the first inning. The 1-0. Change up on the outside edge for a strike. It's 1-1. Carson-Newman just looking to string together hits. Both of these teams through this doubleheader, they've had plenty of base runners. The 1-1. Martin will pop it into the air. It's in shallow right field. The second baseman, Sibbert, calls off the right fielder, Brewer. And Sibbert makes the grab to put away Martin and finish the frame in 1-2-3 fashion. Shepard faces the minimum in the bottom of the second. It's a 1-1 ball game with Wilkes, Sibbett, and Deese to the plate for UNC Pembroke after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. Shopseeandeagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at shopseeandeagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
1-1 ball game between Carson-Newman and UNC Pembroke as we come to the top of the third inning with the center fielder Wilkes leading things off for UNC Pembroke. Wilkes, a strikeout victim, her first time through in game number 2. And she takes a called strike at the knees to begin her second trip to the plate. Wilkes was dangerous in game number 1. She homered twice, and it's largely the reason Pembroke prevailed to open up this doubleheader. 2-1. Here's the 0-1. Stays way upstairs on Wilkes, 1-1. But outside of the 2 home runs, she has struck out twice in this twin bill. Rogers, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Wilkes swinging for the fences there, but she was a touch late. And it's 1-2. 50 pitches for Sierra Rogers. 26 in the zone. In 2 innings of work. She's walked 3. Here's the 1-2. Off the plate away for a ball, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Wilkes. A run off of 2 hits and an error for the Braves. They've left 4 on base. A run off of a hit, no errors. For the Eagles, they've left 3 on. In the top of the third for the leadoff batter, Wilkes. 2-2. Burns the turf for ball 3. Count loads up on the leadoff batting, M.J. Wilkes. Three balls and 2 strikes. Rogers pitches. It's in the turf for ball 4. 4th walk of the day for Sierra Rogers. UNC Pembroke gets the leadoff batter on for a second straight inning. And it brings up the second baseman, Sibbett. Sibbett's hitting .403. The ground out to third to start this game. Rogers pitches. And Sibbett takes high for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball. No strikes. Here's the pitch. Rogers finds the edge of the plate for a strike, 1-1. 1-1 ball game, top third. Rogers unfurls the 1-1. Bounced back to the circle. Rogers fields on the second hop. Throw to second is in and out of Dye's glove. Smith backs her up. And Sibbett will reach on a fielder's choice. Wilkes safe at second on an E1. High throw. Dye had to reach up to pluck it. Wilkes and Sibbett on with nobody out for Deese. He takes downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Smart move by Sierra Rogers to turn and throw to get the lead runner. But that ball was high and popped in and out of Hayden Dye's glove at second. 1-0. Swing a line drive, gloved by Dye at short. Nobody covering second, so Wilkes slides back in plenty of time. And a hard hit out number 1 for UNC Pembroke in the top of the third. 1 out for the catcher, Locklear. Locklear, 1 for 1 here in the nightcap. 1 for 4 for the doubleheader. Rogers winds and delivers. And Locklear takes a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Locklear nursed a single through the left side. Her first time up. This time she comes up with a runner on second in Wilkes and a runner in first on Sibbett, pardon me. 0-1. This misses in for a ball. 1-1 to Locklear. Wilkes led off the inning with a walk. He had Sibbett reaching on the fielder's choice to the pitcher. But Wilkes safe at second on an error that honestly probably equal parts on both Sierra Rogers and Hayden Dye. The 1-1, swing and a line drive into right center field. That's good for extra bases. Wilkes rolling around third. She will score standing. Sibbett gets the wave around third as the throw comes to the plate. Waters swipes and applies the tag. Sibbett is out. Abby Martin with the seed to get the out at the plate. But it's a double for Locklear. Sibbett retired at the plate. Wilkes scores. And it's a 2-1 lead for the Braves on an RBI double from Locklear. So UNC Pembroke has taken the lead off their third hit of the day. As Rogers pitches to Eckhart. A little squibber, bounces to Warder. She mishandles, and everybody's safe with no throw. That's a tough fielding job for Kennedy Warder. Give that an infield single to the catcher by Eckhart. Locklear to third, and there's runners on the corners with 2 out. UNC Pembroke leads. Inning should be over. Runners on the corners for Bullard. Rogers pitches. Bullard checks her swing and a pitch up 1-0. Bullard's 0 for 1 today, but she drove in Pembroke's first run with an RBI fielder's choice to second. The 1-0. Change up for a strike at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Down the street at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, there's 2 out in the top of the 9th, with Carson-Newman leading Tusculum 3-2. Pioneers have a 2-out single from Ben Skarts in the tying run on base. 1-1. Up and away for a ball, 2-1 to Bullard. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Pembroke has scored 2 unanswered to grab a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 3rd. Rogers back aboard the slab. She delivers the 2-1. Down and in for a ball, 3-1 to Bullard. Second base is empty. Should Rogers lose Bullard. 66 pitches, 33 for strikes for Sierra Rogers. Slaps her glove, spins the ball into it. Brings it out into her right hand, rubs it against her belt on the right side of her midsection and delivers the 3-1. On the inner half for a strike, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pembroke trying to play add-on after Locklear's RBI double. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a tip foul off of Warder. Do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. The pitch. Bullard takes a called 3rd strike on the inner half, inning over. But a couple batters too late as Locklear doubles in the go-ahead run. Braves lead it 2-1 through 2.5. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Hughes, Bailey, and Dye to the plate for Carson-Newman in the home half of the 3rd inning. Eagles trailing 2-1 to UNC Pembroke. Macy Hughes got plunked and stranded on second her first time up. The pitch downstairs from Shepard for a ball, 1-0. The pitch. Hughes slices foul toward Davis Street, third base side, 1-1. The pitch, changeup. Bites outside, ball 2. Turf burner for ball 3. Three balls and 1 strike to the leadoff batting Macy Hughes. On base 58% of the time she hits leadoff. 3-1. Shepard pitches. Hughes will lift it down the left field line. It is twisting toward the line, but Caitlin King has it in her sights. And she makes the grab to retire Hughes on a Titanic pop-up. 1 up, 1 down. Shepard has retired the last 7 she has faced consecutively after the Eagles had the bases loaded in the first. And Macaulay Bailey stands in for the Eagles. First pitch to Bailey taken away for a ball. 1-0. Pitch. Bailey tomahawks a pitch upstairs. That ball is out of here. Macaulay Bailey hits the launch pad. She went chasing, and it's a daddy hack jack to left field for Macaulay Bailey. Brand new ball game, all tied at 2. Career bomb number 21 for Macaulay Bailey. Tied for 11th for a career in school history. So Macaulay Bailey homers. And this game is all square at 2 runs apiece. Brings up Hayden Dye, who takes the first pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1. Pitch downstairs, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. 1 out. The pitch. Little roller to third. Cleanly fielded by Eckhart. Her throw to first is in time to Rose to retire Dye, 5-3. Brings up Brooke Matazowski. 2-2 ball game in the bottom of the third. Thanks to Macaulay Bailey's 1-out blast. The pitch taken for a ball by Matazowski, 1-0. The pitch. Matazowski rolls it to the right side of the circle. Charging is the second baseman, Sibbert. Low throw to first is scooped by Rose, and Matazowski's out 5-3. But the Eagles get the run back. A 1-out blast from Macaulay Bailey makes this a 2-2 ball game through 3. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers. passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Two-two ball game as we come to the top of the fourth inning with Rose, Brewer, and King to the plate for UNC Pembroke. Rose leads things off. She struck out looking her first time through, and she takes a first pitch strike on the outer half, 0-1. The pitch. Called strike on the inner half, 0-2. Rogers in the driver's seat. Two ball game. Top four. Rogers pitches. Line outside for a ball, 1-2. Carson-Newman baseball has picked up a 3-2 win in game one of its series against Tusculum. Here's the 1-2. Down and in for ball two, 2-2 to Rose. Set for the break-even pitch. Rogers delivers. Nub shot, left side of the infield, foul and landing before Matazowski can catch up to it from third base, 2-2. Two balls and two strikes to the leadoff batter, Rose. Rogers, the 2-2. Hit foul, backing out of play. Count holds 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rogers set for the break-even pitch. She delivers. Rose takes downstairs. Ball 3. Count loads up. Pitch. Rose lifts foul down the left field line and onto Davis Street. Staying alive at 3-2. 8 pitches deep in this leadoff at bat in the top of the fourth. Over in Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman women's basketball rolling on senior day, up 41-22 on Mars Hill. Busy action on the banks of Mossy Creek today. The 3-2. Rose will pelt straight away center field. This ball is out of here. Rose homers for the first time this season, and UNC Pembroke is back in the lead, 3-2. A leadoff home run for the Braves. UNCP retakes the lead. is the end of the line for Sierra Rogers. Eagles make a pitching change. More on that in a moment. You're on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
New pitcher for Carson-Newman is Nicolette Ferguson. 2-0 this year with a 3.94 ERA. Ferguson, with 16 innings of work, has given up 22 hits. And you can close the book on Sierra Rogers, who goes 3 innings, gives up 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned with 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. She's in to face the right fielder, Brewer. First pitch, bunted foul. 0-1. The pitch. Squibbed foul off of first, 0-2. 3-2, Pembroke leading. Top of the 4th. Ferguson pitches. High for a ball, 1-2. No other changes for Carson-Newman defensively. Matazowski, Dye, Smith, and Morris, third to first. Warder behind the plate. In the outfield, still Brooks, Martin, and Hughes. The pitch rolled toward first. Fielded cleanly by Smith in the hole at second. Short throw to first is in plenty of time to get Brewer, and there's out 1 on the board. Brings up the left fielder, Caitlin King. King's 1 for 2 on the day. Ferguson pitches, and King hits it foul to the backstop, 0-1. No balls, a strike, an out. Base is empty for the Braves. You're in the top of the 4th. The leadoff jack from Charlotte Rose has pushed UNCP back in front. The pitch got away from Ferguson. Changeup was well above head height. And it's 1-1. The pitch. Foul to the backstop, 1-2. The pitch. Foul again, 1-2. Pitch. Low, but swung on. Dribbled to Morris at first. Throw gets away from Smith. And King takes second as a result. So scored a single to first for King. And then she takes second on the throwing error by Winter Morris. So a hit and an error on the play. And UNC Pembroke has a runner in scoring position with one out. Pitch downstairs to Wilkes, 1-0. Leading 3-2. Braves trying to hang the first crooked number this game. On across in each of the last 3 innings for UNC Pembroke. Ferguson fires the 1-0. Bounces in the turf for ball 2, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. The pitch. Bounced back to the circle. Matazowski fields at third. The throw to first is in time to Morris, but it's productive for Wilkes, moving King over to third base. Insurance run is 60 feet away for the second baseman, Sibbett, pardon me. Sibbett's 0 for 2 here in the nightcap. The pitch. Off the plate away to Sibbett, 1-0. The pitch. Finds the plate at the knees, 1-1. Strike at the knees, 1-2 to Sibbett. Ferguson trying to limit the damage to just the solo bomb from Rose here in the top of the fourth. 3-2 Pembroke leading. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ferguson pitches. And this is swung on, lifted to left. Brooks ranging toward the alleyway. She makes the grab on a run to get Sibbett. But the leadoff jack from Rose means UNC Pembroke has a 3-2 lead on Carson-Newman as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
Nicolette Ferguson leads off the bottom of the fourth for Carson-Newman, her first plate appearance of the season. And Ferguson takes low for a ball to begin the at-bat, 1-0. Ferguson not a stranger to the plate in her career, just been a minute since she's logged an official at-bat. 2 for 5 lifetime. She swings at this pitch and hits it up the right field line, just foul. Ferguson 2 for 5 lifetime at the plate. This is her first at-bat since her sophomore season. Had a double and drove in a run at Catawba that year in her last official at-bat. Takes inside for a ball, 2-1. Ferguson, line drive, left field, but right at the left fielder, King, who makes a nice grab to retire Ferguson. She hit it well. She just hit it right at a defender. And there's one out in the bottom of the fourth with Pembroke leading Carson-Newman 3-2. And Kennedy Warder to the plate. Warder 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch, Warder will loop it down the right field line in no man's land. It lands in foul ground, though, for strike one. 0-1 the count. A 1 in the turf, ball 1. One ball, one strike, one out. Shepard, the 1-1 delivery. Warder swings, line drive to right. It's past the right fielder Brewer into the wall. Warder chugging around second as the relay comes from Sibbett into third, not in time as Warder slides in with a one-out triple to right. Kennedy Warder with the 3-base hit, the third knock of the day, and Carson-Newman has the tying run 60 feet away in the bottom of the fourth. Brings up Winter Morris, who can tie the game with a fly ball to the outfield. The pitch. Morris takes in for a ball, 1-0. The pitch. Inside at the belt, 2-0 to Morris. The pitch. In at the knees, ball 3. Kennedy Warder on third base after a triple. Morris trying to drive her in. The pitch. Taken for a strike at the knees. Take on all the way there for Winter Morris. Flew out to right her first time up. Here's the pitch. Morris singes it to center field. That's down for a base hit. Warder scores standing, and this game is all tied up. A one-out RBI for the freshman, Winter Morris. The pitch to Smith stays up for a ball, 1-0. Three ball game, bottom 4. 1-0 to Elena Smith. The pitch. Taken for a strike, 1-1. All tied up thanks to Winter Morris. And her RBI single to center after Warder's triple to right. Looking to play add-on now. Here's the 1-1. Smith lifts this one to center field. Retreating back to the warning track is Wilkes, settling under it and making the out is Wilkes to retire Smith, and there's 2 away. Lineup turns back to the top of the order for Abby Martin, trying to keep the inning cooking with Winter Morris on first. Pitch downstairs to Martin, and it's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. In tight to Martin, 2-0. 74 pitches for Kinsley Shepard, 41 for strikes. The pitch. Martin takes inside. For a ball, it's 3-0. Shepard sights the sign. 3 ball. Pitch in at the knees for a strike. 3-1. The pitch. Martin will lift down the left field line. This ball one-hops the wall. Morris rounds second. She is on third base. It's a 2-out stand-up double for Abby Martin. As Carson-Newman has started to figure out Kinsley Shepard. Carson-Newman is going to bring in, I believe, somebody to run for Winter Morris. And indeed, that is the case. Brooke Taylor comes in to pinch run for Winter Morris at third base. And out from the dugout comes UNCP pitching coach Lauren Hawley. Have a word with Kinsley Shepard. 3-3 ball game, bottom of the fourth. Carson-Newman with the go-ahead run on third, an insurance run on second, and Macy Hughes at the plate. Eagles trying to play add-on here. And get a timely rip. Hughes 0 for 1. She takes low for a ball, 1-0 to start this at-bat. Carson-Newman a run across on 3 hits in the inning. Martin a 2-out double. Has the go-ahead run on third base. 1-0. Hughes watches go by low for a ball, 2-0. Hughes looks at it inside for ball 3. First base is open. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 out. Shepard pitches. Hughes off to first, but a delayed strike call by home plate umpire Don Spencer, 3-1. Hughes thought she had worked the base on balls to no avail. Here's the 3-1. Hughes swings, bounces it through. Eckert's wickets at third. The go-ahead run is in. The insurance run is in as Macy Hughes dives headfirst into second with a 2-out, 2 RBI double. And the Eagles lead it 5-3. And that is the end of the road for Kinsley Shepard. New pitcher comes in for UNC Pembroke. We'll tell you about her after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
New pitcher for UNC Pembroke is Katie Neal, 1-1 in 21 innings this year with a 6.43 ERA. She contends with Macy Hughes on second, and the Eagles leading 5-3. And the first pitch to Macaulay Bailey is low for a ball, 1-0. Bailey homered in her last at-bat. Eagles have scored 3 times here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch low for a ball, 2-0. Outside for a ball, 3-0. To Bailey. Neal pitches for a strike at the knees, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 out. The pitch. Bailey checks her swing and a pitch outside for ball 4. So a 2-out walk. Eagles tied the game on a Winter Morris RBI single to center. They've taken the lead on a 2-out, 2 RBI double down the left field line from Macy Hughes. And now Hayden Dye will try to keep the line moving. Change up, Dye lifts, shallow right center field. It's sinking quickly into no man's land. Around third is Hughes. She scores standing. It's another 2-out RBI knock for the Eagles. 6-3, Carson-Newman leads. Brings up Brooke Matazowski. A 6-3 lead for Carson-Newman. After a 2-out bloop single for Hayden Dye. First pitch to Matazowski outside for a ball. It's 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. 6-3 Eagles leading bottom four. The pitch up and away, 2-0 to Matazowski. Carson-Newman has found its offensive footing here in the nightcap. 4 runs across on 5 hits in the inning. The pitch. Matazowski takes on the outside edge for a strike, 2-1. The pitch. Upstairs for ball 3. The pitch. Check swing and a strike on the outer half, 3-2. The pitch. Outside for ball 4. 2-out walk. Bases loaded for the Eagles. And the Eagles bat around here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Ferguson. Outside for a ball, 1-0. 6-3 Eagles leading, bottom of the 4th. 13 pitches deep into this relief effort for Neal. She's only found the zone 4 times. 10th woman to the plate this half inning for the Eagles. Ferguson started it out with a BB of a line drive to left, where she was retired by Caitlin King. The 1-0. Neal checks her wrist. The lefty deals. Ferguson swings. Bouncing ball. 2 hops into the hole at second. Cleanly fielded by Sibbett. And she throws out Ferguson at first. But the Eagles send 10 to the plate and score 4 times off of 5 hits. But do leave them loaded, though. Eagles 6. UNC Pembroke 3 after 4. Back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC. Power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
One couple defensive changes to pass along for Carson-Newman. Macy Hughes has moved in from right field and now plays first base after Winter Morris was pinch run for in the last half inning. And Brooke Taylor, the pinch runner, remains in the game in right. First pitch to Dees is low for a ball, 1-0. One ball and no strikes. The leadoff batter, Dees. Check swing and a strike at the handles. It's 1-1. 6-3, Carson-Newman in the driver's seat now after a 4-run bottom of the 4th. Eagles sent 10 to the plate, 5 knocks, and a slew of 2-out RBIs have put the Eagles on the front foot. Here's the 1-1. Swing a line drive right at Dye at short. She gets it into her glove. And Deese is retired on a hard hit ball. One up, one down for the catcher, Locklear. The pitch. Bouncing ball foul off of third. 0-1. Pitch. Fouled back by Locklear. 0-2. Nothing and 2. Ferguson pitches. Away for a ball. 1-2 to Locklear. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Base is empty for the Braves in the top of the 5th. Pitch downstairs for a ball. It's 2-2. Ferguson back aboard the slab, set for the 2-2 offering. She pitches. That's hit foul by Locklear off of her front. 2-2. Locklear has had a solid game here in the nightcap. 2 for 2 with a run batted in and a double. Ferguson delivers the 2-2. Line drive quickly into center. Base hit for Locklear. A 1-out knock is the 7th hit of the day for the Braves. And it's 6-3 in favor of the Eagles in the top of the 5th. Eckert to the plate. First pitch to Eckert. Bounces in the turf for a ball. 1-0. 6-3. Carson-Newman leads it. Top of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-0. Taken for a strike at the knees. 1-1. Seesaw battle early. Carson-Newman scored first on an error. UNCP would take the lead in the top of the 2nd, or tie the game in the top of the 2nd, pardon me, off an RBI fielder's choice. 1-1 in the turf for a ball. 2-1. And then take the lead in the top of the 3rd with a double to left from the woman who's on first, Locklear. Here's the 2-1. Popped in the air down the left field line. This might be more than popped. Trinity Brooks drifting in foul ground toward the fence. She grabs it, tagging from first and moving to second is Locklear. It's a productive out. That looked like a routine pop-up off the bat, but that ball kept carrying and carrying and carrying. Trinity Brooks, nice grab on the run at the fence and foul ground. Her momentum carried her into the fence. Locklear had enough time to tag and move to second. So productive out, but Pembroke's down 6-3 in the top of the 5, in the top of the 5th, and the designated player Bullard to the plate, who takes low for a ball. 1-0. The pitch. Outside for ball 2. Pitch. Low for ball 3. First base open. 2 outs. Eagles leading 6-3. Bottom 4. The pitch. Strike at the knees. 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Downstairs for ball 4. So a 2-out walk for Nicolette Ferguson, and there's 2 on base for Charlotte Rose, who homered in her last at bat. Pitch to Rose is low for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Ferguson pitches. Up and into Rose, 2-0. Ferguson, 1 2/3 deep into this relief effort. 2 hits allowed, hasn't given up a run. Pitch, strike at the knees, 2-1. Swing and a bouncing ball to short. Dive Fields throws to first, in time to Hughes, and Rose is retired. First time in 4 innings that Carson-Newman hasn't allowed UNCP to put a run across. The Eagles carry a 6-3 lead to the bottom of the 5th. Warder, Taylor, Smith to the plate after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
6-3, Carson-Newman leads it as we come to the bottom of the 5th inning. Eagles trying to split this doubleheader with UNC Pembroke. It's a happy senior day for Braylon Weichel, who has reset the program's single-game three-point shooting record with 11. She has 35. Mars Hill has 39. Good day so far for the Eagles, leading 73-39 against Mars Hill. As Kennedy Warder goes to work in the circle for Carson-Newman, and she takes a bouncing ball in the turf. 1-0 from Neal. Warder's 1 for 2 on the day. She nubs this one into the glove, or into the mid of the first baseman, Rose. Makes an acrobatic grab and foul ground off of first to retire Warder. 1 up, 1 down for the Eagles. And it brings up the right fielder, Brooke Taylor, for her first at-bat of her sophomore season. 0 for 2 at the plate, lifetime. She takes down and in for a ball, 1-0. Taylor, 13 appearances as a freshman with 2 starts. Scored 3 runs primarily as a pinch runner. Looking to get on base for the first time in her college career. Swings and tips this pitch foul. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Eagles leading 6-3 in the top of the 5th, or in the bottom of the 5th, pardon me. Neal, 1-1. Taylor swings and misses. It's 1-2. Neal did put the clamps down. Coming on in relief, 2/3 of an inning. Has given up a hit, but no runs allowed. Pitch upstairs to Taylor, 2-2. She has walked 2 batters. We can close the book on the starter, Shepard. 3 2/3 innings of work, 6 hits, 6 runs, all earned. 1 walk. Gave up 4 extra base hits. Here's the 2-2. Taylor swings. It's into the hole at second. Fielded on the ground by Sibbett. And the throw to first is in time to retire Taylor, 4-3. 2 up, 2 down for Elena Smith. Smith, 1 for 5 at the plate this season. It's driven in 2. Base is empty with 2 out in the 5th. She takes low for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Neal pitches. And Smith takes downstairs, below the knees, 2-0. 6-3, Eagles lead it. Bottom 5. Here's the 2-0. Smith checks it foul off of first, 2-1. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you here at the Vic. Our cameraman today is Max Bryant. Glad that you've elected to spend part of your Saturday with us here on the Eagles Sports Network. 2-1. Smith bounces it to third. A 3-hopper to Eckert. Her throw to first bounces away from Rose, and Smith reaches successfully on the error. A throwing error by Eckert, and the inning extends for Carson-Newman as Elena Smith reaches. And the lineup turns back to the top of the order for Abby Martin. Martin working on a multi-hit day as she takes for a strike. 0-1. Martin singled up the middle to start the game, popped up to second in the second, and then doubled and came around to score a run in the 4th. The 0-1. Up and away to Martin, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Inning extended because of the throwing error at third on Eckhart. Smith at second as a result. 1-1. Martin swings, line drive into right. That's a base hit. Smith gets the wave around third. She scores standing. Abby Martin makes the Braves pay for the error. It's a 2-out RBI and an unearned run for the Eagles. Carson-Newman stretches the lead to 7-3 in the bottom of the 5th inning. A.C. Hughes will try to keep it moving for Carson-Newman. A 7-3 lead for the Eagles off of Abby Martin's 2-out RBI. First pitch to Hughes is in for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Martin stands on first base. The 0-1 is a changeup that Hughes bounces foul off of third, and she's behind in the count, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Neal set for the 0-2. Brings it to the plate. Hughes fouls it off the dish. Count holds it, no balls and 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 7-3, Eagles leading, bottom 5th. Inning extended with an error. The 0-2. Hughes swings, bouncing ball back up the box. Gloved by Deese in front of the second base bag. She steps on it to get the lead runner, Martin, and in the frame. But Abby Martin does damage with a 2-out RBI. Eagles extend the lead to 4 runs. So we get back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Seven to 3, Carson-Newman leads UNC Pembroke as we come to the top of the 6th inning. Top of the order due up for the Braves. Brewer, King, and Wilkes trying to make up a 4-run deficit against Nico Ferguson, whose first pitch to Brewer is fouled off. 0-1. No ball's a strike to Brewer, who's 0 for 2 with a walk today. Pair of ground outs, one to each side of the infield. The 0-1 is lined to first. Routine for Macy Hughes, who stoops down, makes the backhand grab with her mitt to put away Brewer. 1 up, 1 down. The left fielder King to the plate. King working on a multi-hit effort here in the nightcap. Ferguson pitches for a strike above the knees on the inner half, 0-1. King started her day with a single to right, then she grounded out to the circle, then hit an infield single to first. 0-1. Off the plate away for a ball, it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 7-3. Carson-Newman leads UNCP, top 6, 1-1. This is lofted in the air, shallow right center field. Bit of a trot for Abby Martin, but she gallops in and snares it to retire King. 2 away for the center fielder Wilkes. 0 for 2 here in game 2. But she hit 2 home runs as a part of Pembroke's win in game number 1. Has been aboard once with a walk as Ferguson pitches to her. And Wilkes will snake this one into right center field. But Abby Martin trots in and makes the grab to retire her. Routine for Abby Martin. Back-to-back F8s to finish the frame. Pembroke down in order for the first time in the nightcap. Eagles hope that this is the final time that they have to bat. It's a 7-3 lead headed to the bottom of the 6th on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
(7-3). Carson-Newman leads UNC Pembroke here in the bottom of the sixth inning, and Macaulay Bailey leads things off for the Eagles against Neal, who pitches in the turf for a ball. 1-0 to begin the at-bat. Carson-Newman in the driver's seat, thanks to a 4-run bottom of the fourth. Bailey swings and misses at a pitch low. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Macaulay Bailey, who has a solo home run to her name today and has gotten on base every time she's come up. This pitch a changeup, rolled foul off a third, 1-2. Bailey reached on an error to start her day, then homered, then walked. 1 for 2 officially. Eagles trying to split this twin bill with Mars Hill. Neal set for the 1-2 offering. Here it comes. Low and away for a ball, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Bailey. Eagles leading Pembroke 7-3 here in the nightcap. A 4-run 4th inning. Broke things open for the Eagles. Change up, bounced foul off a third. Do it again at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Seven to 3. Eagles leading. Here's the 2-2. Taken outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Bailey. If Carson-Newman were to score 4 times in this frame, it would be ball game over. Eagles would walk it off via the run rule. 3-2 pitch. Bailey swings and misses. She was late, and she's down on strikes for the first time in game 2. 1 up, 1 down, and Hayden Dye comes to the plate. 1 for 2, been aboard twice. 2-out RBI single and a walk. That's the bread around the meat of the sandwich, which is a ground out to third. Neal's first pitch, big looper, hangs high for a ball, and it's 1-0. Over at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, Tusculum's out to a 3-0 lead on Carson-Newman in the top of the 3rd inning. The pitch in the turf and to the backstop for ball 2 to die, 2-0. The pitch, Dye swings and misses. She was late, 2-1. This was a 2-2 ball game after 3. Pembroke grabbed a 3-2 lead with a Rose home run to lead off the 4th. The 2-1, low and away, 3-1 to Dye. And then Carson-Newman was able to bat around. Carson-Newman plated 4 runs off of 5 hits in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-1. Misses outside for ball 4. Dies aboard with a 1-out walk. And Brooke Matazowski will work with her. Winter Morris ignited that Bottom of the fourth inning rally with a single to center. Then Macy Hughes scored 2 with a 2-out double down the left field line. Dye completed the scoring with a bloop single to right to plate Hughes. Carson-Newman would play add-on in the 5th. First pitch to Matazowski's low for ball 1-0. When Abby Martin singled to right for another 2-out RBI. 2-out RBI is something that evaded Carson-Newman in game number 1. They haven't here in the nightcap. 1-0. Bounced back to the circle. Neal runs in to field it and throws to first to retire Matazowski. 1-3 with Rose covering. Productive out. Dye moves into scoring position for Nicolette Ferguson. Trying to help out her own cause, give herself a little more insurance in a 7-3 ball game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Neal aboard the pitching rubber. Grinds the ball against her left hip and delivers. And Ferguson takes high for a ball. It's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. 7-3, Carson-Newman leads. Bottom of the 6th. The pitch is a changeup that Ferguson will roll to third. Grabbed by Eckert. Her throw to first is in time to Rose to retire Ferguson. So the Eagles leave runners stranded on second, but they carry a 7-3 lead to the top of the 7th inning. Carson-Newman trying to close up shop on a doubleheader split, leading 7-3 in the nightcap. Back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Sibbett, Deese, and Locklear to the plate for UNC Pembroke as Ferguson goes to work in the circle. With a first pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes to Sibbett. 0 for 3 here in the nightcap. Ferguson pitches. Sibbett takes low, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. 7-3, Carson-Newman leads it. 5 unanswered for the Eagles. Ferguson the 2-0. She pitches. Sibbett swings. Line drive past a diving Dye in the hole at short. It rolls into left for a base hit. Leadoff batter aboard for the Braves and Sibbett. This brings up Deese. All right, now if you're UNC Pembroke, you just need base runners. 4 runs extends this game and forces Carson-Newman to bat in the bottom of the 7th. Ferguson pitches. Deese swings and hits it foul off of Warder behind the plate. 0-1. Pitch. Hit foul to the right, 0-2. Little looper to short, right at Hayden Dye, who gloves it to retire. Deese, one away. Leadoff single for Sibbett. A line out for Deese. And up comes Locklear. Locklear having a dandy of a nightcap. She's 3 for 3. 2 singles, one through the left side, one to center, and an RBI double to left. She'll clobber this first pitch foul off of third, 0-1. A 1. Outside for a ball, it's 1-1. 7-3, Carson-Newman leads it. Here in the top of the 7th. Ferguson set for the 1-1. She pitches. And Locklear drives it foul onto Davis Street on the left field side, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Eagles leading 7-3 in the top of the 7th. 1 out, runner on first. And Sibbett, the pitch. Just outside for ball 2, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch. Screaming shot to Dye. Fields cleanly, throws to Smith for 1. Throw to first, not in time for 2. Locklear reaches on a fielder's choice to short. Sibbett retired 6-4. Dye and Smith fractions of a second away from a game-ending twin killing. There's 2 out now for Eckert. Eckert's 1 for 2 on the day. A walk, a single, and a foul out to left. First pitch to her is low for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out. 7-3. Carson-Newman leads UNCP. Pitch for a strike, 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. Ferguson pitches. Bouncing ball to the left of the circle. Dye charges from short. Throw to first in time. Ball game over. Eagles win. 5 unanswered runs pave the way for a come-from-behind victory in the nightcap for the Eagles. As CN gets the job done, 7-3 over UNCP. Eagles improve to 7-9 on the year, while the Braves fall to 8-15, and the team split this doubleheader. Nico Ferguson, the win in relief to move to 3-0 on the season. Shepard takes the loss for Pembroke to fall to 3-5. For our camera operator, Max Bryant, I'm Adam Cavalier, thanking you for joining us from the Vic today. Final score, Carson-Newman 7, UNC Pembroke 3. We'll talk to you next time. Head over to cneagles.com/live for baseball and basketball action the rest of the day. Have a pleasant rest of your Saturday, and good night from the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex.